Shalom, how are we doing? How are we doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. How's everybody doing? Good? Are we ready to play some more Disco Elysium? I'm pretty bummed. Last we left off was heading into the bookstore, and we saw I almost called her the librarian. I don't remember her name, but bookstore owner. We heard that maybe she has a fridge because we finally got the body down. We've been investigating it a lot, and we're like, actually, I think there's something we're missing. And so it's like, okay, let's find a freezer to like put the body in before it decays too much. Sadly, the whirling rag doesn't have a fridge that can be used. Weird. For some reason, doesn't want to use that in his food. Weird. Second place was the floral spot. Floral spot couldn't fit, and so we heard from Kuno that there's a third spot potentially in the basement of the bookstore. So we went there. There's a curtain. She doesn't really like it. She doesn't want anybody going behind the curtains. We tried to maybe, win her on our side by buying a book, since she really just wants to buy a book. Wants like the customers to buy a book. So we bought a book, spent all of our money. We had nothing left. Spent everything. Did nothing. It did nothing. We wasted our money a little bit, but we finally decided to just go through the curtains for police business because we need to find a fridge for this body, and that's where we left off. Turns out there's maybe some secret curse that's on the bookstore, and I think they're hinting to maybe there's a body in there. I don't think there's gonna be a body in there. I think it's gonna be some kind of like twist, like she's gonna more use it as like, oh, the librarian's been using this as the whole time to try to bring in some interest. But no, I think it's gonna be a twist. I don't think there's gonna be anything bad behind there, right? So yeah, we're either gonna do that. If we can't find a fridge, we are just gonna send the body to the precinct and just call it a day. Be like, well, all right. Oh, also, I've been watching some other content creators play this game of Disco Elysium. Dude, this is one of those classic CRPG choices games that it's so fun to see someone else's choices, because let's be honest, people make some funny choices, and especially in this game where it's more on the side of you can make negative choices. Like it sets you up to be like, hey, do you want to do this ridiculous choice? And seeing some people's choices is so crazy. So one person did a ridiculous choice and it lowered the cost they had to pay for their rent. I mean, obviously they were being a jerk as a policeman and be like, hey, I'm not going to pay that. And they'd be like, well, fine. Still need to pay this much at least. And so that's kind of crazy. That worked out. Us being a good guy doesn't work that way. But hey, is what is. We'll find the money and we'll probably... we're going to lean on maybe asking our precinct to cover it. Obviously, I would like to find our gun and badge first. Where's my lost gun? I would like to find my lost gun or badge before we talk to the precinct again to ask for money. But here we are. But that's gonna be it today. Let's jump in and let's get into some Disco Elysium and see if we can make some good progress, shall we? I think we shall. Let's do this. All right, load it up. We're right here at the bookstore, right in front of the door. Load it in. Load it in. All right, so again, we see a little David Bowie picture. That's funny. Let me get my camera already. We went back here. Should I go over here and like talk to all these like little blips or no? I think we're fine. We can do a little quest upgrade. Ooh, okay. Interview the Wild Pines rep. Find the representative of a logistic company who owns the harbor and ask her about the murder. She should be around here somewhere. Do I want to look at all these yet? I think I'm going to hold off a little bit. Let's first do this, and then we'll look at this stuff. We got new items, though. We did get our actual coat. Finally got our coat, which I do like more. It does... Esprit de Corps and +1 shivers, while this just does the Esprit de Corps. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that, but it is what it is. We took off we had these shades on. We took it off because we actually ran into a situation where we needed drama and we didn't have drama. Drama helps with like detecting lies and whatnot, which I like. Interfacing, I don't know what that means. We still are missing our shoe. Oh, that was another thing I saw. I saw where you find your shoe. Dude, should we just... We're gonna go get our shoe real quick. Let's go get our shoe. Come on, Kim. We'll be back. We'll be back. Yeah, she was like, no, don't go back there. If you go back there, you'll let out a curse. I can't stop you, but if you go, I won't be held responsible. And you could tell on the door there's like a was it talismans or whatever it is? Like little wards, spirit wards, something like that on the door. We're gonna go in there, find Sukuno's finger, of course. All right, let's go. Come on. So if you look right here, you see something on the balcony. What's that? What's that? I found my shoe, guys. Let me go get my shoe real quick. How embarrassing. This whole time. It turns out that I guess I saw somebody who like investigated the what's it called, the door? The window. Yeah, in your room, if you investigate your window and you figure it out, you can tell that like there's a shoe size impact into it. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't do that though. Look, there's a door here. I didn't see it before. I didn't see there was a door here. What is this? The smell of the sea makes you dizzy. Alright, well, let's go get our shoe real quick. So we can be a whole man. It was funny telling Kim that, like, hey, I don't have my shoe, actually. I don't have my shoe, though. A gust of briny wind washes over you. I won't lie, I do miss that whenever I visit the coast. It's a nice feeling.
There they both are. Two identical shoes. Both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin. Reunited on your feet.
How do they fit?
Good. They're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
There we go. You love to see it. Alright. I'm whole. It would have been kind of funny to do the whole game without, like, only having one shoe on. Oh, gosh. Just, like, it's something you have to always keep in mind whenever it's, like, something's going on. You're like, just remember, he does only have one shoe on. I'm trying to jump that ledge. I only have one shoe on. Never forget. Never forget. Alright. Well, I do want to talk with people. I think we're just gonna go and head back to the library. I just want to get my shoe real quick. Don't mind me, just getting my shoe. Yep. Alright. Excuse me, little missy. We gotta check the backside of the bookstore. We got a dead body decaying. Alright, let's check this door. What could this door have hiding behind it?
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Knock on the door.
Only an echo. No one is there. A hollowed out, dark echo.
Let's break that door down. Come on, let's do this. Oh, yeah! Oh! Well, that didn't work.
Ow. Shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to just run through the door? Don't you know that things like that hurt?
Oh, my God. Try breathing Norlight. This wasn't the best idea, was it? I deserve this. My body deserves to suffer being this weak and disappointing. Is that blood I'm seeing? Rub your forehead. Please don't cry. Please don't cry. Slap your face. I don't want anyone to see me cry. First one.
Are you alright? These looked pretty intense and painful, I must admit.
What is going on there? Are you really trying to break down the back door? I warn you, don't tempt the spirits, officer. Don't tempt the spirits, or you'll damage the holy wards on the door.
It barely looks like you've done any damage to the door, however. It's still locked and closed, covered in dozens of little charms and trinkets.
Alright, well, that was a failure. Guess we're not getting through the door. Well, that's embarrassing. Can you open the door, please?
You've hurt yourself now. I told you not to mess around back there. What are you even trying to accomplish, you fool?
I thought it was obvious. I tried to smash the door down by using pure physical force. I need to know what secrets lie behind the door. It's part of the spiritual quest. I'm trying to find a way to the fridge downstairs. It's urgent police matter.
You're only making things worse. Stop it. Be compelled to look at the books. Go to them.
We failed. We failed. Alright, well, that didn't work. Ow. There is this side back part, right? That we investigated with our previous save that got erased. If we go up, right? Maybe there's like a downstairs that way or something. I don't know. I think it might be better just to go and turn in the body. Accept it. Except we couldn't get in. Alright. Fridge victim's body. Check out the fridge in the commercial building across from the whirling. We did do that. We tried. Send the victim's body to processing. Once you're done with it, send the corpse to processing. Lieutenant Kitsuragi will take care of it. Check twice to see whether you're done with all the corpse-related tasks. After you sent the body away, you can't take it back. Interview the union boss. Enter the harbor and seek an audience with the local Deborah's union leader, Everett Clare. You need to ask him about the murder in the district. Didn't we? Everett? Didn't we talk to Everett? Thought we did. I guess we still need to interview him, and then we still have to interview the Wild Pines rep. Alright, I think we're setting the body out. We failed.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out tool.
Pull the radio.
Precinct 57, how may I assist you?
Reconnecting me to the 41st.
Right. Please hold.
10-4, come in. Firework, over.
I'm in dire needs of financial assistance. This is true. This might sound odd, but there's a personal detail I'd like to discuss. That's all for now. This is all we got? I thought I was sending the body. Oh well. I'm in dire need of financial assistance.
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but... What does he want now?
Uh-oh.
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Right, that's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
It's paramount to the investigation that you grant me money. Please, I'm begging you here. I don't even have a place to sleep tonight. They're gonna say, hey, you have a house. You have a
He
place.
says he's in trouble, doesn't have a place to sleep.
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case before sundown then.
Vicmar said...
Who cares what this Vicmar said? Pull on their heartstrings. Enough, officer. This begging is below your dignity.
I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go home. Please come and get me. Okay, I hear you, no funds. It is paramount to the investigation that you grant me more money.
He
Please.
says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting a red cent. You can tell him that.
Request denied, sir. Over.
Alright. Okay, I hear you. No funds.
Anything
Got it.
else, sir? Over.
That's it for now.
Roger that.
18 kilometers to the south, in the 41st Precinct's relay booth, a small crowd has gathered around Communication Officer Jules Oldboy Pidier, around a dozen cops. The small room is filled with cigarette smoke, abuzz with laughter, when Officer Judith Minot enters. Her left arm is in bandages, and her hair trimmed short.
What is going on here? Did something happen?
She asked startled. Jan Victor's, I don't know. I messed that up. Turns to her and says,
What happened is my partner made contact. It's not good. He's lost his badge and his sidearm. He seemed confused, delirious even.
He stops to think.
Mac, the torso Torson, is finger-fucking his fist, laughing hoarsely and apparently telling some dirty story to his partner, Chester McLean, near the entrance.
Yeah, Mullen was fucked, alright. Sounded fucking drunk to me.
Yeah, Mac's right. This was some gnarly shit there. I mean, before he started begging for money.
Enough! None of this is funny. It's fucking sad. That's what it is. He's a cop. He's one of us, goddamn this.
We must help him.
Okay. Looks down at her neatly polished black shoes. There's quite firmness to her voice when she speaks.
Yeah? How do you fucking plan to do that, huh? Get him off the drink? Go jogging with him in the morning and get him on carrot juice? He's a lost man.
I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. He wouldn't.
The crowd in the room has started fidgeting uncomfortably. Someone trying to slip out, I noticed.
Mac, man the door. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. Those were his words.
Sighs heavily and turns to address the room.
This shit does not leave this room. Not a word of this to the captain. Or anyone else. We'll give him a couple of days to pull his shit together.
I guess I can hold off the report for a few days.
Okay.
Good. Okay, everybody. Nothing but a prank call here. We all got our laughs. Now get back to work.
Far north, on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand in the motor carriage.
Well. Close the door. Ain't quite go how I was hoping. That went poorly. Okay. Well. Pay for damages. You need to pay for damages you cause in the whirlwind, or you won't have a place to stay. Ask around for money. Be careful with your spending. If you're unsure how much you owe, ask Art. I don't have any money. This is kind of bad. Well, not quite how I planned it. Not quite how I planned it. Well, looks like there was some people we need to investigate. I think some of them might be in the whirling rag. I guess we go in here. Hello, people. I am an officer. It's all about money, you know.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. You do have something better to do. Stop Drew.
Gotta spend money and make money. I'm not sure about that. Yo, Gart, I have 0 money.
Can I help you?
I've seen something here at the Whirling Wing. A thing I need to talk about.
What thing?
I saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for union.
Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. They come here and...
He hates the union.
Okay, we already
but
looked at
grudgingly
this.
recognizes its power over him. So we
should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need it. We
thought
don't.
we did do that.
We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later.
You glance at the clock on the wall behind the manager. Huh.
It's after 16. The Sunset Reserve starting 16. Why isn't anyone in the mess hall?
Good question.
They're probably getting drunk or protesting something somewhere. Or laying low after the, lynching.
Whatever he may feel about you, he can't miss the opportunity to throw you a look of what he assumes is shared understanding. Go with it.
Yes, I think I see.
Yeah. The union guys think they're untouchable. They probably fucking killed that guy or something and now think they can hide out till it all blows over and it's fair weather again in Martinez.
I have a feeling we'll make their acquaintance sooner or later.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Got it. I owe you money.
Yes. Have you got it?
How much do I owe?
A lot. For the room, drinks, and broken... A lot. Yes.
Okay, no getting out of that. Well, alright, we're kind of cooked on that apartment. You hate to see that. Well, we might have to just go outside and go back to the riot. Not the riot, but the strike.
Worker, isn't it? Perhaps he's on his way to where you just came from. On the counter, rolled out of his oak. The worker continues to nap.
Alright, well, this guy's never getting up. He's just going to be asleep for ages. Alright, fair enough. I ain't stopping that. Okay, well. Cool. Cool. Off to the strike, I guess. Yo, what's up?
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
It's all the stuff we've gotten already.
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working.
The physically impressive man tower has turned his attention back to the gates.
Alright. Not really solving our question, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, we can go back and interview Everett now. What is this? Foreign car kept in good condition. Okay. I haven't actually been this way.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Who's this?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane." Not a good track record of mental health in that family.
Got it.
As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece.
What indentation? What do I see?
Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is. A bullet?
Lieutenant, has someone shot the king? Point to indentation.
Okay, I can't see it, but I take your word for it.
What do you think?
Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. But the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke? Target practice or a political statement?
Yes, a practical joke.
Why not? What this shows us is guns aren't too uncommon here, and people still shoot them, sometimes at kings.
Takes a note in his notebook.
The king stands high above you, surveying the bay, mute and indifferent to your sightings.
Alright, fair enough. Fair enough, we're running out of time. Ooh, baby, I need that. Ooh, I need that. What is this? Physical instrument. White tank top. Okay. Alright. I don't know how often we're gonna need that, but there we go. Hello, sir.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes, and food money. Maybe she's your...
Grandma? Snap your fingers in front of her face. Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to ask you some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Grandma?
Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is gray like lead.
Hey.
Wait.
The lieutenant stops you before you can
She's
snap.
just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
If you say so. Alright. I don't need more questions about that. Alright, well. Didn't really solve our thing. We already looked at that. I guess we're going up. I mean, that is something we can do, is Everett's interview. So we'll go do that real quick. Since we have time. Because we're definitely not running out. Oh, what is this? Oh. A giant, on the pillow and pattern of cover rings, armrest. Okay. Someone sat in this chair is what it's saying. Okay. Some big man. Alright, got it. Oops. Run. Run while you have time. Enjoying the game? I am enjoying the game. I'm enjoying the game a lot. I think it's a very fun game. I'm a little stressed about the timer and not getting money to pay for my damages, but hey, I'm having a grand old time.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always.
He grins as if nothing in the world bothers him.
Oh, I bet he's still fuming internally due to your no-sitting escapades.
Good.
He doesn't like to lose a battle of will.
Good. I want to go over a couple of things. I want to talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to help you, like I'm helping you with the body and your lost gun.
Alright.
I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
Say nothing.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines, incredibly talented at opening doors.
Kim, is that true? Are we door opening? I've opened a few doors in my life.
And I'm sure you're going to open this one with
As
flying
we fail to
colours,
open
Harry.
a door.
This really is very simple, and there's nothing shady about it.
The stars aligned into a cosmic frown here. He has your fate decided. Bide your time, however, and let the stars continue their course, and that frown shall turn into a smile. Only if you play along.
Only if you play along. Why don't you just open it yourself? Whose door is it? I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging. Darn it, fine. I'll look into it. We need to talk about the murder. That murderer. Accept the task. I can't accept this thing. Refuse the task for now. Whose door is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
What do you mean by weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly.
He removes the glass and rubs his nose.
Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
Why don't you just open it yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
I can't accept this thing.
Of course, Harry, I understand. But if that's the case, I don't think we'll ever find your gun. Even worse, we won't be able to speak like equals about the murder.
Oh,
Perhaps this was just bad timing for you. Know that you can always come back to me. I really hope you do. For your sake, my sake, and for your gun's sake too.
I hate this.
Yes, we both understand what you meant.
This may be the only way, he thinks. I won't hold it against you. In fact, we probably should reconsider later.
This is the only way. No. Okay, if it's the only way, then it's a little bit better. But if it's like, if there's other options, I'm not gonna do it because this feels too much like working with them. Like before, it made a little bit more sense to help him out, you know, to actually get the tree down, you know. But this is like, this is doing side quests for you, man. I'm reconsidering opening the door. I want to go over a couple things.
Let's hear it, Harry.
Oh, I forgot about that. No,
Of course,
I didn't want to talk
Harry,
about that.
of course. Let's not linger on. See you soon.
All right, let's take a look at our journal. Find out who's in the union box. Gart has told you some unruly union men gather in the mess hall of the Whirling in Rags. They're not there today, but most likely they'll eventually show up. Keep an eye out for them. All right, we'll do. Got it. Got it. The Hangman. I was hoping these would like show up more, but I guess not. Okay, well, not really the most helpful thing. We could try to find the wild pines. We can ask him about the case. Pay for damages. Not doing that one anytime soon. The victim's tattoos. Ask around about tattoos possible meaning. We could just send the body to processing, I guess. I mean, we were going to do that, but now we could just do that. Keep searching for the collar despite lacking obvious leads. This might take some time. Got it. Get reality lockdown. Find all the armor pieces. Fridge victim's body. Yeah, unless we upgrade ourselves. Unless we do a classic level up into... What was that? Pain threshold? If it was physical instrument, at least we have a shirt for that. We could rock the tank top to open that door, and then we can do something. So I don't quite want to put the body up yet too soon, but we are running out of time with the body. So it kind of feels bad. How did you deal with Measurehead? I didn't. I was like, we are not winning this battle. I feel like we are gonna convert if we do that. Because I'm trying to be a Christian. I'm trying to play our character as a Christian. Raphael as a Christian. And so our decision was, let's go find the hole and then jump across to get to this spot. So let's not deal with Measurehead. Let's just avoid Measurehead. That's a losing battle for us. We can't win that war. That man's not changing. A white tank top, physical instrument, work it. Tank top, gym vest, reeking of sweat. This sleeveless shirt is the best choice if you're not afraid to show off your muscular upper body and that hairy chest. What is our shirt doing right now? -1's a suggestion, but conceptualization is pretty good. But we could just like, oh gosh. We'll hold off on that for now. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright. I don't know how much time has passed, if it's good enough to head all the way back down. I also don't want to do all the, like, running back to go try to search for some of these people and then have nothing happen and be like, alright, well, let's run all the way back here to Everett. I know time doesn't pass until you, like, make, like, talking choices. Like, you're doing dialogue choices, which is fun. I like that as being the time... the thing that actually moves time. That's very fun. So you still got the feels of like taking your time, but also like time does passes through just dialogue and whatnot, or reading a book. But I guess we'll head back. We'll hold off because I think we'll probably do the request because it is my responsibility to get that gun back. And so as long as it doesn't seem like we don't think it's going to cause harm to the person, right? Like we're not like, oh, we opened the door, that means this person's just dead. We basically killed the man that we are like doing this job for. If it doesn't seem like we're doing that, then I think I'm fine with doing it. But if it does seem like that, then it's like, well, no, I'm not going to let you kill someone. I don't know. It's vague enough that we might be able to help with that request from Everett. A walrus of a man. Right to work. Right to work. Is that what you just keep saying? Alright, we could also do some exploring, but again, the longer we take, the worse the body gets. But how close are we to leveling up? Can we see? We're at 45 experience. I feel like that's a good amount of ways before we level up. So we probably should just send the body away, right? Accept the loss in that. I think that's autosave. Alright. Let's send the body away. I accept it.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the
pick up the radio.
Precinct 57, how may I assist you?
Wait. How do I... No. I don't want to...
57.
In the cabin.
Maybe I just talked to Kim. Let's talk to Kim. Hey, Kim. Yo.
Yes?
Tell me about the case.
What do you want to know?
Anything.
Ah, yes. The case brief you missed. Now I remember.
Brief, yes, that sounds good.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Alright, wait, does the briefing say who the victim was? Why didn't we know anything about the caller?
They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Why hide themselves?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Alright, of course, yes, I understand it, everything now.
Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer.
Okay. Alright, that's all I need. Do we need to do this? We don't need to do this. I already got an idea. We already talked about why they sent him. Okay, that really did not help as much as I was hoping. We are closer to leveling up, though. We are closer to leveling up. Oh gosh. I'm confused though. Send bodies to processing. Once you're done with it, send the corpse to processing. Lieutenant Kessler will take care of it. Check twice though. I'm trying to do that though.
Inside, you see a
maybe
set of
we probably just
steering
gotta go to the
meters, a
body,
radio
right?
microphone.
Yeah, it's probably go to the body. I thought we went to there and we would talk. All right, fair enough. I accept my failure without solving the back of the place.
The man is decomposed. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Tell me who you are, dead man.
I'm gone.
You're gone? I hate you. You stink and you're boring. Why were you feeling pleasure when you died? I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
There's nothing funny about you. You are now, but who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And
I have another question.
Go ahead. Copper.
Okay, I'm just insane having a question with the body. Okay, obviously. What's happening? Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Where is that?
In the past. Way out in the west.
What is happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your...
Black frothy liquid starts bubbling on his lips.
Imagination.
Yeah, man! Don't be crazy! Inanimate objects and dead people can't really talk to you. Your wild imagination is doing this. Ask some more of those questions you love so much.
He loves those.
Why do I love those questions so much?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Give me a comical amount of questions.
Coming right up, copperoonie Rooney. This is getting upbeat now.
Can you ask me a question?
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
What?
Looking at my face, motionless. Looking into my eyes. Standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
Great question. I don't have anything else to do. This case is all I have. Because he told me to nod towards Kim. Maybe this will lead something indescribable, unforeseen, miraculous. Because he told me to. So, no, this is my case. This is all I have.
I am all you have. Then you truly lost it all, brother. Let the world drag it all away from you. And what it left, you pissed away. And here we are.
Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
Solved nothing. Alright, enough.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Okay, creepy. Let's bag him, take him away, let the lieutenant take the body away without further examination.
If you think so, officer, I'm not going to object. I need a little help for carrying him to the holding pen of my kinema. I'll take it from there.
There go those beautiful enamel boots. You will never own the full set now. May they rest in processing.
Good.
It's too late to take him into processing today. I'll take him first thing tomorrow.
Pulls the black plastic of the bag. The bag bag the corpse and drag it to the motor carriage. I accept my fate. I accept it. We could not store him. Sadly. Alright. Well. It got a little bit thinner on our to-dos. That's pretty good. Why? Got more books. I got these. Right. Well. 1800, huh? Maybe new activity has happened. We haven't really gone down here with this save file. So we can go down here and check with people, right? What is this? Plastic wrapped macaronis stamped with humanitarian aid. What is this? This says humanitarian aid tuna fish, not for resale.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Browse with the box.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places. The box smells like cat piss or like an old person with no money.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first-hand, buy second-hand. Keep the economy moving.
Yeah, composure. Find something worth salvaging from the pile of rags.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport. All in different typefaces. Practical, and yet it may deaden your senses to the world around you. Possibly because of the awful typeface.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
Has composure and -1 to shivers. Leave it for now. We can come back for that. I have no money at the moment. Speaking of money, do you have money?
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at it, the name Sileng is embroidered.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool here.
What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool.
From out on the bay, a cool wind gathers. It sweeps into the city, tugging at the textiles hanging around the stand. Some distance away, the sound of a tin can clattering across the street can be heard.
You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang.
Alright. Whether I'm cool is unimportant. I have police questions for you.
You're right, officer. 100%. No playing around then. Strictly business.
Alright.
Maybe I can interest you in some premium menswear instead.
The food packages you're selling have humanitarian aid written on them. How come?
You mean these delicious pre-packaged shelf-stable meal kits? Really easy to cook, no hassle, really cheap too. Buy some, try them out.
Don't play games with me, Hawker. What's going on?
No problem here, officer. I get all this from one of my suppliers, an extremely reputable guy.
Who is your supplier exactly?
Oh, he's a good guy. I think you'd get along. I'll let you know the next time he's around.
Interesting.
The lieutenant whips out his blue notebook and makes a note.
We'll need more if we're going to pin this one down, he thinks. Good questions, though. Sharp eyes, officer.
Where are you from, Celine?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
Alright, better not to mention.
Very cool.
I'll look around. Alright, we'll come back to him. Again, it's 1808, so let's go back inside the Whirling Rags since it's some time has passed. Maybe now there's some people that we can identify and maybe question. Maybe some of the union workers, huh? Maybe. Maybe. Alright, that seems like a no. That seems like a no. That's not really good for us. Alright, fair enough. We can always head back to the strike, but I think it's going to be the same person. Only one person we could talk to, really. Who knows? It's worth going over there and checking. You never know if something changed. I mean, time has moved, so it's worth checking. Right?
Right to work!
Alright, fair enough. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Alright, we could go south and east. I mean, we already technically did south. We just don't have it on the save file. So I don't think we do south. I think we do east. Because there was stuff we were trying to investigate earlier that could come into play east. So we'll go do that. Ooh, I see somebody new, I think. To roundabout north. To Keepside Apps. Martinez Pyre. Here? Here. Pyre? Here. IR. The ad reads broken window. Tibbs has windows. I might need to talk to Tibbs. To steal. Oh my goodness. You hear a distant squall. Better mouth your watch around me, boy. Hick. Okay. The things I've seen, said. Nothing I can't do. I'm a job for every man. Listen, boy, I don't start trouble, I fix. Alright. Fair enough. Don't know what all that's about. Ooh. Any little goods? Yes, please. I'll take that. I really want the soup, but we gotta save our money for, obviously the, you know, the other deal. We can talk to these guys again. A splatter bullet holes line the wall. Okay. Ooh. Nooks and crannies? What is this? Binoculars?
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Vandalism, shake your head.
Probably some kids.
Look inside.
A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onuk written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards.
Shift your focus to the background.
Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts. Lanky, weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows. Around the large wooden building, you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach, and a small tent sets up on the ice.
Alright, I want to check that one. We're running out of time! I need money quick, please. Someone give me so much money real quick. Bird? What's up, bird? A lonely cormorant surveys cormorant. Surveys the deal. It's a bird. Oh. The belly of this boat shines like it was recently painted. Yeah, we did see this back way. What is this?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Conceptualize. Why am I looking at this? Don't we have stuff that helps conceptualization? Does this help? This helps with conceptualization. Oh my goodness. Our conceptualization is that bad? Oh gosh, well, let's try.
You have no clue. So many
Double ones.
walls all over Martinez, weather-worn.
Alright, fair enough. Alright, let's explore this backside again. Money. And something to help morale. Oh, we should probably heal up, right? Since we have a charge. The garden hose, this won't be of use until the snow melts. Maybe we can get up there.
There must be another way into the building.
We had that problem last time. Why did that sound weird? Chairs and tables eaten from by the rain and rot.
It's been a week and now they show up.
Another splattering of bullet holes on the wall. Oh, you're right. +1 reaction speed, -2 rhetoric. A little bum cap. Well, it is getting cold out here. All right, some of us might need to stay out in the night, so let's get it going. Orange bum hat, an orange beanie with a couple of big holes on the side. It looks like it might have been used as a mask during a armed robbery. Oh, then I might not want to wear this then, right? That seems like a bad thing to just have on me. It's locked. Just a closed door, but you look at it suspiciously. How do we lockpick? Not that I'm like big into lockpicking, but like we might want to know. And then all the stuff up there we can't interact with. I remember last time we tried to interact with Q&S and she like freaked out for trying to talk to her on this side. Rue de Saint Ghislaine, roundabout north. Cape Side Apartments, okay. Dude, the stacks of all the snow and all that, just hits my heart. Inside the frame, the motorcycle and repair and the tools used disassembly.
Hey, up here, Piggo.
There's girls up there. Did she spill the paint? Can I talk to her?
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
Girl stares at the sailboat by the pier.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
We just want to know your name, little lady. No need to get defensive. Let's start with your blood type and go from there. Hep, yeah, when were you last tested? Just answer some questions, okay? First one, no need to get defensive.
And here I was trying to be polite.
Oh.
Just can't win with you pigs.
Despite the sass, she puts the brush aside.
She's grown frustrated with her work and welcomes the opportunity to challenge authority in other ways.
Okay. You keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at?
The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms.
Okay. She nods disdainfully towards the woman performing maintenance on the boat docked next to the pier.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features.
Okay.
The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Who is she?
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her.
Oh.
She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing. You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to us on.
Okay. Do you know anything about the recent murder? What are you doing to the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
She studies the wall, suddenly pensive. So you don't know what to write. Or are you so committed to defacing the wall? I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it? Proceed.
Yeah?
I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to have to stop you. This is Hugel. Okay. Actually, I don't have an opinion. I lied. Sin! I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing your thing.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official
That's not what I
RCM
meant.
stamp of approval.
That's not what I meant.
You've lessened her desire to deface the building.
There we go. Ah, psychology. There we go. Do you know anything
I
about
ain't
the
no
murder?
snitch, pigstein.
That's what I figured. Go north.
Go forth and forage in someone else's
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
So you won't talk about the murderer, but maybe you could tell us something about the murderer victim's missing armor.
What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells?
Isn't armor art? Art for the body?
Ugh, alright. Sad piggy. I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military-grade handwear. Looked cute as hell. If you haven't been there, the village is a shithole down the coast from the main plaza. Have a good time!
Got it.
Piggy, I have no idea why I just told you that. You look like a shaggy dog left in the rain for too long.
Catch you later,
Watch
City.
your
Okay,
back.
I get it. All right, we're gonna go talk with that, but first, I think we might be able to talk with the woman up top here. I thought we couldn't, but since we could talk to the last one, maybe there's a chance. A balcony with a view to the yard and the hanging. Can't see that one? Okay.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
He says in a quiet voice, despite the cold, his shirt hangs unbuttoned on his frame. Why are you whispering? It sounds like you're already in trouble. No trouble for me. I just want to know what's going on here. Too late, young man. Trouble's found you. No trouble for me. I just want to know what's going on here.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Okay.
It's the god of cigarettes and youth. Ask him if he's got anything to spare.
No. We're not asking for extra cigs. No. Actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
Yes, you adjusting his shirt?
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Looks like you got a good view of the whirling backyard. Can you tell me anything about the hanging?
I can tell that you finally got him down. Thank you. It was quite a disturbing sight, even by Martinet's standards.
What were you doing last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
He waves lazily with his cigarette. Pretty sure I didn't.
No, not you.
He just
Someone muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
The lieutenant takes out his little blue notebook and writes something down.
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He looks around the courtyard again. Old patio chairs and dead houseplants litter the scene.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
Kind of friend.
It was my Sunday friend.
It was my Sunday friend.
A Sunday friend? How intriguing. Makes sense. Friends are nice on Sunday. You don't have to work. You can just spend time with pals, watching rugby and drinking beer.
There we go. What's your friend's real name? Did he see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. In the neighboring windows, you can see faint reflections of his silhouette, all from different angles.
Could you tell me your name?
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
Martin Martinez? Good local name. Let's go with that.
All right, we'll talk later.
No. We won't.
Takes one last drag of his cigarette before stubbing it out on the balcony.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Let's try and convince him. Convince him to stay. Suggestion. Okay, it's only 10. We could be a 10. I mean, we have a +5, right?
This isn't the place or time for questions.
Just perfect. Just what we need.
Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains.
Hey, listen. You lower your voice. I'm just trying to make things okay again. Can we meet again somewhere else?
For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes. Compassion and a hint of understanding.
My guess, he's our caller.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
His voice is soft and deliberate. With a flick of his wrist, he sends a cigarette butt sailing over the rail.
But, hold on. What's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to the front door.
Ah, key.
It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
Nice. All right.
He's gone.
The lieutenant puts away his notebook and turns to you. Well, we should run after him, see where he went.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
All right. You're right. He's probably didn't have anything important to say.
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention to that stone right over there.
The lieutenant nods towards a small rock on the soggy patch of grass.
If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment.
Great, let's do that.
A stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. There's a key beneath it, rusty from the dirt.
All right.
This must be for the front door. Pity doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments, and the man can be in any of them.
How are we going to find the right one?
We'll just have to go in and see.
Put the stone back. All right. We did level up, but I don't know if we want to put anything in yet. This might be something like we save. I feel like that's like one of the best ways to use this, right? Is you save these level ups for like trying certain things, right? I feel like that's probably one of the best ways to use this, to some regards, which is such an interesting way to use a level up. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, find the armored gloves. The gloves of the hangman armor might still be around in the neighborhood. Try to locate them. Ask a little girl in the fishing village down the coast who knows something about armored gloves. The smoker in the balcony. Ask around for his apartment number. Will do. So we couldn't get in here? Oh, we can now. Okay, we have the key for that. Cool. That's what I thought. Thought we got that. I guess it doesn't count as anything. Key to room number 1. Okay. Bullets. Oh, brother. I'm gonna need to fund my gun at some point. All right. Before we investigate this area, we'll save this. We'll come back to this. All right. We'll come back to this. First, let's go talk to the pines. Because we still haven't even done this door, which I remember doing last time. Did I grab anything from here? It's locked. Fair enough. We'll hold off on this. What is that? Looks like there was more construction here once, decades ago. Yeah, I'm honestly really enjoying this game a lot. Really enjoying this game. It's very fun. I'm not much for what's called point-and-click adventures, but this has got that point-and-click vibe to it, and I'm really enjoying it. Docking reserved for residents of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A. Your room in the whirling isn't much bigger than this shop.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Shades on the water, green plants under the calm surface. Okay.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce.
She extends her hand in greeting.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbor. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
She steps closer and holds out her hand over the railing. Joyce L? What does the L stand for? RCM, what's that? I'm a little foggy here. What gave us away? Shake her hand. Joyce L, what does the L stand for?
Baton, my maiden name.
Her bony hand dangles from the sleeve of her oversized coat. Shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
Her grip is tight and cold.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
Okay.
It's hard to get a read on her precise disposition, but she appears helpful.
Right, that you're on a boat. Can you tell me about this strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
Wait, what if I want to hear about trade secrets?
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Elements. That gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
Wouldn't want to disturb an octopus, better let it be.
I'm glad you see it that way. To repeal the act would mean repealing the coalition government, the one that leases you the right to police West Revachol. But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
What is the role in this precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbor. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Oh, you mean Measurehead?
Yes, Jean-Luc Measurehead.
She leans back and rolls her eyes. How were the talks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
He looks at his notes.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike?
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Let's throw her off real quick. The scabs at the gate, did you put them there?
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrog, come to plead for work where the union refuses to? If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now, at least.
Alright. What happened to this Gaumont?
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it?
She pauses to compose herself.
Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Cool.
Yes. Extremely. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the Union.
Sounds like usual aggressive posturing.
Where are the
There are
demands?
leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh, yes. Every worker, a member of the board.
I don't know what to think about that.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
That's pretty funny, I have to admit.
They're having a blast. But how can they afford it? After 4 months, my assumption was they would prefer a more practical solution.
What are you gonna do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags, a disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
Alright. What do you think of Everett?
Everett Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not. Everett is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
That's Everett, alright.
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Wait, there's two of him?
Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everett does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see.
That's crazy.
With a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the union itself outside the Brothers Clares?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act. But they did it. I can respect that. Organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The Brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
She hesitates, looking for the right expression.
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, we are forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everett and his brother.
She turns to you. Oh my goodness. Okay, they are the bad guys.
And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
an effective advocate for the rights of the local working man? A giant leech sucking the life out of Revachol? Basically a socialist mob? I prefer not to have opinions on these things. Yeah, it seems like he's a bit of a mob. He's also just like... yeah, he's more of a mob than a leech, I guess. I mean, he's sucking the life out of Revachol for sure, but I mean, he's just mobbing it up, right?
Thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the wolf always hungers.
One more thing. You said something happened in the elections.
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Some kind of extortion, probably.
Indeed. The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, man. We'll be just fine.
That's all I need here. Let's change the topic.
Of course. How else can I help?
You're on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
She looks at the deck under her feet. Green and white sails flutter overhead. Not a lot of people on boats, are there?
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
There is a pinch of defensiveness in her voice, but it is playful.
Wait, we're on an archipelago. Look around.
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Kylo. I thought we were in Revachel.
We are. And the city of Revachol is on the island of Le Caillou.
Still, I haven't seen anyone else sail a boat around here.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Revachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
She's having a good time arguing against the law. Too good, perhaps.
The license part would probably help the argument keep going, but I do want to know, does she have a name like the boat?
The boat? No. It is called Cor de Lady 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
The word "it" feels strange. Such a beautiful boat deserves a proper name. A breeze ripples through the sails and tugs at your hair. Below, the sleek, fish-like shape of the hull parts the water. Beneath that, a resounding darkness. You're reminded of something. Or someone.
Cool, but your boat really needs a name.
Okay. How about Cor de Lady 19? Why?
She taps on the side of the boat and makes a hollow sound.
Because it was manufactured in Revachol East by a company called Cor de Lady, and its hull is 19 paces long.
But Dolores. How about sleek fish? Yeah, how about Dolores?
Why Dolores?
Feels pretty. I just like the name for some reason. I don't know, feels pretty.
Well, it means nothing to me. I think I'll stick with the factory name. But thank you for the suggestion.
Okay, but what kind of boat is it?
It's a pleasure craft. A 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
Mainly use it for business. How do you like
My
it?
sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman, assessing her.
Do you have a license for this boat?
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat. Qualified pleasure craft operator. So charming. Where's the damn license?
I don't want to hurt her feelings, but yeah, can I see your license?
I just renewed its safety inspection last month, officers. It is completely seaworthy. In fact, it's taken part in not one, but 2 insulindic regattas. Even finished once.
What happened to
The
the
other
other time?
time, I would have finished the race were it not for an urgent work matter, much like the one I'm on now.
Still need to see a license, ma'am.
Actually, you don't.
What do you mean?
The Wayfarer Act specifically denies the RCM the authority to demand anyone's
Ah.
operator license. It's a little-known fact among us law officials.
Can't pull over random civilians and ban their papers. That's weak. Makes sense, I guess. I mean, look at me.
No need to resort to self-pity, detective.
Oh.
You can still ask for her passport.
You need to save face if you want her respect. Demand that passport.
No need.
Of course. Any more questions about the boat, sir?
No, it's fine.
The graciousness of her response makes you feel glad you didn't hassle her about her papers for no reason.
Okay, cool. I think I have a handle on the boat thing.
Good.
Okay. Let's see. Do you know something about these tattoos?
That's the man who was killed.
She almost...
I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
So you know something about the tattoos?
Better not tie the fourth day to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
Okay. Seems smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality we're in. Can I have some money? Oh, gosh. By the way, I've talked to Everett Clare.
You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare?
He's a beautiful man. Beautiful and just. Everett Clare is a hero of the workers' movement. He's the champion I've sworn fealty to. He's a bloated rainbow socialist. Oh, my goodness. I can do business with him. For a socialist, he's reasonable. He's not the champion I have chosen. I wish to swear fealty to you in the cause of capital. It's not important if I liked him. I was doing my job.
Of course, Detective. Excuse me for implying otherwise.
The RCM does not pick sides in this. I hope it doesn't come off any other way.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt verm myself. However, if you felt like discussing something, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural.
True.
We would only be gossiping.
Well, we don't need a gossip. We can just tell the truth.
Tell her she'll like you for it.
Yes, your disgusting necktie agrees completely. Let's gossip.
You're making me not want to. I'd rather talk about something else. Mr. Everett has helped me find my gun.
Oh. That's so helpful of him.
The lieutenant looks at you, and you can swear his jaw muscle is trembling. When I said be wacky, I didn't mean wildly, grossly irresponsible and damaging to the RCM.
I didn't know!
Unconventional police officers sometimes lose their guns. They then go around and tell people about this to gauge their reactions. It's all part of detecting.
Good save. Good save, Kim. Good save.
Incredible. Simply incredible. And how is it going? Has this detecting produced a gun?
No.
Well, maybe he's not as helpful as you thought then. Is there anything else?
I'd rather talk about something else for now, if you don't mind.
Of course, Detective. Should something come up later, down the road, don't be afraid. Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
Yes. Tell me about Wild Pines. What do you know?
What we do? I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
So what do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
Okay, how much money does Wild Pines have?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
Dang.
A billion?
I failed. What exactly is a billion?
It's a number, officer. A big one.
What is it made of?
It's made of 1,000 millions. A million is made of 1,000 thousands.
Wow.
20 billion is
Wow.
a large number, but the conglomerate employs 72,000 people. They all need to be paid. Then there are capital improvements, interest payments.
A wave hits the sloop. She grasps the mainstay for
A
balance.
conglomerate the size of the wild pines is like a shark. If it stops moving, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It's a tremendous responsibility.
Where does Wild Pines get all these billions?
They started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindian Isolas 250 years ago, when pine ships explored the South Seminese and charted Lomantang on behalf of the suzerain. Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it.
What does such a huge system want with a place like this?
You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
Hey, 8% of all cargo in the world? That's quite the endeavor indeed.
There are no minor cogs in the system. Each terminal must be accounted for, lest the entire system break. Every hiccup in such a system means thousands lose their jobs, the world over. I'm here to assure that doesn't happen.
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Alright. What can you tell me about this lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid.
She falls silent for a moment, contemplating something.
The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57.
Hands her a piece of blue plastic.
And this is my colleague from Precinct 41, Detective Dubois. I'm afraid Harry doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
Oh, and what happened to yours, Detective?
She returns the lieutenant's badge, turns to you.
Awkwardness washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this turn of events.
Remember when my partner told you I've recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is laid to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
Yes. It's possible after a night of heavy drink I lost all my memory of my life and the world. I couldn't eat it for all I know. I don't remember anything. This world, this city, nothing. Yes. The yes is just so funny. Yes.
I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please.
It's possible after a night of heavy drink I lost all my memory of my life and the world.
Oh dear. I suppose this does explain some of the more curious turns in our conversation.
Like billion.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Yeah, you can see it. It's on my coat.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
How do I negotiate my way out of this?
She's a negotiator. Just float a favor at her.
Yeah.
Insinuate.
Surely there's some other way to demonstrate our law enforcement credentials.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Like what?
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason.
Dang, okay.
They're profiting from this trade.
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones. Or you can recover your badge. Though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Excuse us for a moment, ma'am. We have a little conversation here. Can I click this stuff first? We got a new thing. Rigorous self-critique is almost done. That's our temporary research bonus. It gives a -1 to authority for embarrassment. Maybe something good will come from it. But we got the 15th Indotride? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. Research bonus, none. Research time is 5 hours and 55 minutes. Wild Pines Field, Cooper's, Tricentals, Vales, and I don't know. Names of Revachelian in dot tribes spring into your head. Set loose at the mentions of the Wild Pines. Royal monopolize octopuses and swordfish. Most of them gone now. YBP Expander, St. Baptiste, Baptiste? I don't know, man. Brightest stars loom. Dude, why is there so many words? But isn't one missing? Wait, no. There was only 14. Then why do you feel like there was a 15th? Okay, so there's a 51. Unlock a new slot. How do I unlock a new slot? Oh. It takes a skill point to unlock it. Oh, do I care that much about this? Bonus from thoughts. All endurance white checks unlocked. Learning cap for endurance raised by 4. That's really good. Learning cap for perceptions raised by 5. Speed gives 1 sight. That's good. I don't even know if this is good. I feel like unlocking another point is good though. I mean, though I would like to put a skill point in, I think unlocking these is really good. So we'll unlock another one. We spent 1. Internalize. 15 to dominant. Okay. Let's talk with Kim. Kim, what's up?
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, detective.
With such a quiet voice. It is not going quite as I hoped it would, detective. How did you hope it would go? That would not be good, filthy casual. Leave me alone, G. Scotty.
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman.
I was trying. Really? I thought it was going so well.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
He doesn't let it show, but there is a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behavior can cost the investigation.
Ugh. Sorry for putting us in this situation. I'll handle it. What do you propose that we don't investigate the... Oh, what do you propose? That we don't investigate the drug trafficking? Come on. Could just, find my badge.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters. You could request a new one from the station, but that would literally take months.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm sorry for putting us in this situation. I'll handle it.
I'm sure you will, detective.
Right. I can still do this? I guess so. What do you propose? That we don't investigate the drug trafficking?
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it.
True.
What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
Okay. Let's get back here then. Alright, Kim. Let's do it. I don't want to get spoiled, so I'm going to bounce, but you're fantabulous. Good, sir. Hope you're good. Thanks, G. Scotty. I appreciate it. And no worries. I do the same thing, where it's like, I don't want to get spoiled, so I'm just saying hi and bye. Alright, see you, man. Back to it.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Alright. You seem smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality we're in. Okay, tell me about this alleged drug trafficking.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Okay. Let's get this straight. The materials come from Samara to Revachel through the terminal?
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wildpine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, man. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
And you want us to investigate?
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
Am I gonna need a bolt cutters for this? What do you mean?
The lorries. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbor into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they are vulnerable. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
She gives you a knowing look.
Her irises are light green, like the river Esperance in bright daylight, upstream where it's clearer.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
You'll be indebted to her, in a way, but one step ahead of the Union in another.
Alright. It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded there like that, is it? What proof do you have that Union is involved? Okay, I made up my mind about the smuggling investigation. Okay, what proof do you have that the Union's is involved?
How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves.
So you think the strike is being funded with some source of ingredients for drugs?
Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
It sounds like she tried looking into it herself, though she's clearly not the type your typical lorryman would confide in.
Alright. Okay, I made up my mind about the smuggling investigation.
Yes?
We will take this case, probe the driver, and see what it yields.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I suspect the traffic jam won't disperse for a few more days. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
Really? You seem rich. Can I have some money?
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it?
What? Why not?
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub.
What nice fabrics.
Why, yes. Tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplicity, a silk shirt and matching scarf around her gentle throat, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry. Wealth and all its possibilities.
Yeah, so?
Now look at you. You misery-clad simian. Barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable. You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money.
You're too ashamed? I'm not ashamed. There's a feeling I've never felt before. I'm a working man. I'm not ashamed to shake this leash for some dough, as I should be for even considering it. This is a woman and I'm a man. Yes, I should make my own money by now. Ashamed?
Yes. You're too ashamed to ask this person for money. Too scared to belittle yourself in her eyes. Those half-precious stones of Odin. Oh God, the lieutenant is here too. Do not dishonor the force.
as I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
I got a +1 because I heard of billions. That's kind of funny. We could... Can I have some money? I really do need money. It's really bad. We're running out of time. Thank you. That's it for now.
Detective.
We could always come back. All right. Well, that is some updates. Definitely some updates for sure. For sure, some updates. I definitely want to check out the center, see if there's any people who have gone into the Whirling Rags, and then we can ask some people. But let's check the store real quick. Oh, we have the key for this now. All right, we're gonna save this. We're gonna save this. We'll come back here. This is a good lead. It's a good lead, as they say in the Force. Yep, they do say that in the Force about leads and such. Boy, do I wish I had a raincoat right now. If only. If only I had a good raincoat. It would solve my problems real quick. Oh, the joy I'd have for having a raincoat. A windbreaker of sorts. Right, let's check this out. Probably gonna be nothing, but hey, it's worth checking. It's worth checking. It's like 7 something, almost 8. Ooh, we got people in here. We have people in here. Time to investigate. Come on, Kim. Let's investigate. And the disco ball's going? That's crazy. Alright. Maybe this guy wants to talk now? Maybe he could have talked before. I can't remember. I really can't. He's me for real. Money is what it really matters. Alright. Really? Nothing else? Nobody wants to talk? What is this? Okay. Really? Nobody wants to talk? People are in here, though. Maybe if I talk to Gart.
Can I help you?
By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here.
Absolutely.
You wait and see, cafeteria. Absolutely in the question.
That's it? That's all we already figured that out? Okay, so nothing changed. Really? People are in here and nothing? Pain. Pain is what I see. Alright. Back out to the rain, I guess. Back out to the rain. Let's go do some investigating. There was the guy in the front. I should have asked him first. Also, this guy's a racist. But he said he's a lorry driver, right?
Looking for something?
What was the argument all about? You're a lorry man, right? What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
Takes a long drag on his cigarette. Why not?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
So I take it you're not smuggling drugs out of Martinez. Listen, I agree. It's our responsibility to keep the poison off the streets of Revshield, right?
He eyes you warily, unsure how to respond. This goes on for about 2 seconds. Then...
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Then what are you still hanging around here for? Most other communers have left.
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking on at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
I did see one lorry with the trailer doors open on my way here. Do you know what happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some Kip boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
Bad for him, I guess.
It's a fucking travesty is what it is.
Alright. If it's not you, then who's running drugs through Terminal Bay?
Isn't it obvious?
Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
Racism from the racist guy? I knew there was something off about that guy. Oh my goodness. The one reselling humanitarian aid packages, right?
That's the one. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood.
The lorryman takes a slow, satisfied drag and blows a smoke.
Is your man alright? 100%. He's a lorryman selling his employer stuff. Broke the seals on his human ox lorry. No doubt he's selling drugs too.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself
Yes,
has
we
to
need to
say.
pay Sealang a visit then.
Guess so.
Grins contented with himself. Yep, not what I was. I mean, I shouldn't have been surprised. I mean, the racist guy, his response. All right, let's talk to this guy again.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
You seem like a man who knows about drugs.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know?
No.
But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
Just be straight with him.
All right. Do you find those other addictions with your drug tracking? I need to get high. No. Let me be straight with you. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal B.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Wait, then why are you still hanging around?
Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo, and it gives me time to work on my rhymes.
Who do you think could be conducting the drug trade then?
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
It's not a lie. It's something else. Impossible to say what at this point, but there's something in him. Some trepidation.
Can you spare some change for a working stiff?
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money.
Then who?
The bosses, man.
Makes sense. First work, then pay. I don't know who these bosses think they are, but that sounds like a good arrangement for them. So you're broke. Got it. What else did I have to ask you?
No. What you need?
I'm out. I'm holding off on the other thing. We're not messing that up yet. Alright, well, I guess we can go down and ask the other guy, I guess. Might as well see if he's our guy. I don't think he's our guy, but I mean, he could be. This says, speakers from the people of Samara. This says, food gifts from the people of Messina. Messina? I don't know. What does this say? The helpline to companies that controls the drawbridge. What is this?
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box. A variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
Rummage through the box.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool. UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
Not likely to find sun. Give me those shades on you. The shades you recommended. Try them on.
These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents.
They're perfect for concealing your bloodshot and baggy eyes.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
You're right. I'm too sensible for those.
Are you sure? but they look so good on you.
Let me take a
You
look
should
deeper.
think this through, officer.
No luck. All you find is this lime-colored cellophane visor, produced by a bargain sportswear brand called Amphibian, apparently. There's a malformed green frog on its bent cap.
Oh, that visor is perfect for you, officer. It'll definitely keep the sun out of your eyes while you're shooting criminals. Bang, bang! And all for a mere 6 real.
Put the visor back.
You don't like it?
Alright. Oh, there's also something here. Oh gosh, more
You
options.
see 2 lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra series.
I can see you with taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Inspect the sneakers.
A pair of found ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers. Super rare, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
That's crazy.
These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable found ultras atop them. A small heat emboss on the veneer reads, "Solidarity aid from the People's Republic of Samara." The speakers themselves don't seem to display any magical qualities.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
What about the speakers though? Doesn't anyone want those speakers?
These, officer? These speakers are Samaran garbage. I'm ashamed to even use them for props. Don't waste your time on them.
Can't I just buy the sad conqueror Sumerian speakers?
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk.
But I need some speakers.
Well, if you want them...
He pauses for a moment, calculating.
But see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground. If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
Okay. I'm just curious, because he was very much like, don't worry about the speaker. Don't worry about that. It's a little suspicious. All right, let's talk to him.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
So Celine, what's your stance on drugs? Persuade him to give you money. All right, Celine, what's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
I actually don't like drugs. Proceed. We're looking for a lorry driver who is transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in this traffic jam.
That's so cool. You investigating the local drug trade like some cool narc? But I am not a lorry driver. I am just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
But you are a lorry man. Another driver has identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
So
The
you admit
haters.
you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole.
He stops to think.
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
He spaz out your arm. So you forgot to tell me. So you were embarrassed to tell me? Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation? Sling, my source tells me you're the one transporting drugs from the Union. It's a bit aggressive, but...
No! That's insane! It's the fat hater. He's been eyeing me for a week and he sent you here. Maybe he's the one, huh? Have you thought about that?
Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation at the harbor?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd! You know, the drug crowd?
He doesn't want to talk about them. He's afraid.
Okay, if you don't know, then I'll tell your employer you've been selling his stuff. Who are you afraid of, Celine?
Look, there's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I've spent 15 years working my way up.
If you don't want to get into this mess, raise your voice, you have to give us a reason to move on. We're buddies, Celine. Help us out. No one will know it was you.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Who are these other drivers who talk? Is the lady driver the old woman back there? Point to the pale driver, dazed out strange.
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
It could be. She was strange.
Who are these others drivers who talked?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
He points north.
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
Okay, we're cool now.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detective. Both of you. You deserve it.
So like he says that we're good buddies. Speaking of buddy,
No need to dress this one up. Just tell him what you want.
I want your money now.
Oh, okay.
Suddenly it's serious.
Why, officer?
Because I'm corrupt, I don't really need it. I don't know what... I don't know. It was just the only thing I could come up with in my head to ask you. I need money somehow.
Ah, yes. Money is very important.
The street vendors nods, dead serious.
Are you trying to ask for a bribe? If so, you're not doing a very good job.
He looks at the vendor.
Sorry, detective.
The main grids have an entire incident already forgotten. Alright, well, that was a failure. Cool, well, we've gotten another lead, I guess. We have more understanding of, seems like people do know. Might be the one woman. I don't think it's the one woman, though. Could be her, but I don't think so. She just acts like she doesn't understand. Could be. Could be it. Literally nobody's interacting here, huh? You serious? It seems crazy. Also, I have no money. I have no money, please. Door open.
You see a heavy you immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
Try to push on the door.
The door does not budge.
I'll wait
The
back.
door stands silent.
Alright.
A thin man is smoking. As you step in, he nods toward the table. It must be his name. Garanzi.
Oh, man. The dishes are drying. The smell of chemicals and pine trees. Hey. Look, now I can afford the windbreaker. Alright, well. Not a whole lot we can do in here. Guess it's back outside. Sadly. We can still try the apartments. This is true. Apartments can still be tried, but I guess we head back now. Maybe we try talking to all the lorry drivers again.
Looking for something?
I know you've been giving me the runarounds. Fess up, where's the lady driver?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He smirks. First you knew Sling didn't do it. Then why are you smirking?
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
So who does? The lady driver?
No. He means La Puta Madre.
The name resounds like a bell in the air, a dark gong. You get a bad feeling about it. Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this.
On it.
Yeah, him.
Cross your arms and nod.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
Say nothing.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is. It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
He tries to light a fresh cigarette, but his hands are shaking now. The sentence simply ends.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I've softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the job.
Okay. Alright. Make him tell you what he knows. Kim's blog gives a +2. Saw you snooping cabin? Okay. Oh, he saw me snooping the cabin. That's funny. So that actually gives a +1 to this. Alright. Well, we got a 58 chance, I believe.
Men like this only respect two things. Strength and fear.
Show me her lorry right. If and now, the lady driver's lorry. Where is it? Oh my goodness.
Fuck you, I told you. I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
I'm gonna F you for the rest of my life, you understand? I've been to your effing lorry. I know where it is. Point to it. I'm gonna burn it down. You hear me? What's your name, F-head? I'm gonna go on police radio saying the guy told moderator to F off. I guess the second one.
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
Now it's not a big deal for him anymore. This is how he saves face.
Where exactly is her lorry?
Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now, leave me the...
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Looks like he got his adrenaline up, too.
Alright, let's go. Alright, we're getting there. Excuse me. Excuse me. So I need to keep wearing this hat. Maybe I take off the hat. Is it really helping? Hell of a reaction, but rhetoric, it's not helping. What's our reaction speed? +1. But that's it. Reaction. Rhetoric is just 0. Oh well. Okay. Need to find the green lorry, huh? Down by the monument. This one. Found it. Let's take a gander.
This green found, A to Z, Contemporain, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about. Unless he was lying.
The lieutenant peeks inside. Try peeking the window. Try the door handle. How we're going to get... try to peek in the window.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and 2 steering levers. It feels like you're peeking into someone's home residence. Inside it's private, cozy, warm, dusty too.
Try the door handle.
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced.
How are we going to get in this open, Kim?
Let's get the pry bar from my kinema and smash in the window.
Good idea.
I don't know how good it is, but this investigation has taken long enough. We can't afford it to take any longer.
Alright. Let's go, Kim. Let's go get that. Let's go get that pry bar. Pry bar? Let's go get that pry bar. Go! Alright. What's our gloves doing? Electrochemistry. We're gonna need it to interact, so we're gonna need that. Physical instrument, let's get that ready. Yep. Let's get ready to get in there.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
Pull out
a
box.
metallic drawer slides out.
Red tip
the pry
pry
bar
bars.
feels nice and cold in your hand. Heavier than you'd think. Cold and heavy. Like truth. You feel like you're reunited with truth once more. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
Take the hand-cracked flashlight.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue. Blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss.
Push in the pull-out
The
toolbox.
pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest.
Alright, let's go. I'm ready to crack open this case. Wide open. Yep. Come on, Kim. Let me show you how you use these things, these pry bars or such. It won't be my first rodeo, I'll tell you that much. Yeah. Yeah.
This screen found, A to Z, contemporaire, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
Oh, the tool has to be equipped. My bad. Oh, I see. Put that in our right hand and put this in our left hand. Equip this to open and unlock containers. Oh. I didn't know that. Use these to open locked containers in the world. Oh. Okay, we've had some locked stuff. I just didn't know. Alright. I guess I don't need the flashlight right now. It's probably fine, actually.
This screen found, A to Z, contemporaire, is parked in the shadow of the ruins.
Alright,
looming overhead.
let's try this.
It's
Physical
seen
instrument.
better days.
We have a +4 and it's a 12. Which means we need to get how much? We need to roll an 8. With 2 6s.
With a firm grip, you raise the pry bar. A glint of light catching on the tip. Call down the hammer of truth and justice. Release your secrets, lorry cabin.
Alright, smash it! F the police, then smash it? What? Welcome to Reversal window and smash it. I'm sorry. Smash it apologetically. I think we just smash it.
The window shatters and droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement.
Sato.
Says the lieutenant and sticks his hand in the window like a common car thief and then
The
opens it.
smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Okay. Admire the posters.
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin.
Stop and wonder, what's that smell?
The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume, probably Grenade No. 5.
Okay. Study the centerfold.
The actress is draped in a sheathed dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. A feeling of tenderness washes over you. A longing even, perhaps. And gentle tragedy. Wait, doesn't she resemble someone you know? But you can't put your finger on whom exactly.
Enough of the posters.
The actresses and the rare actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard and a toolbox sits under the driver's seat.
Alright, pull out the
A
toolbox.
metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
Unfold the newspaper.
It's an issue of Peripherique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages.
Pick up the note.
It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the ELYSIUM frequency system.
The ELYSIUM frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
Push in and pull up the
Pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was.
Check the pedals.
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle.
Why would anyone glue a piece of sandpaper to the gas pedal?
Sandpaper? A novel technique. Must be to offer some extra grip to the driver's foot.
Back up into the cabin again.
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls.
Examine the radio.
Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed. Likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
Why would anyone need so many radio stations?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation. With quite a range, too.
Is there anything we could do with the radio?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
Alright, what else is here?
The smell of 1,000 cigarettes, some dead actresses, and a rusty old toolbox under the seat.
That's it?
You close the rusty old lorry door.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
Sure. If we must. I'll put these away real quick, don't mind me. Don't need I can wear my other gloves now. Yeah, that's better. Alright. Who needs reaction speed? Let's talk, Kim. What do you gotta say?
Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found. So we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Makes sense. Seems like something police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net. I'm not sure what the ELYSIUM frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
Alright. How do you think this is connected to the Union? Will the RCM open an investigation to this?
We should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
Stops to think. What are you thinking?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Corruption?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
Alright. What about the boot boosters? How do they factor into all this?
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
Same.
Don't be fooled. Desire always plays a role.
Maybe the traitor's some sort of cinephile.
Yes, well...
Doesn't say more.
Unimportant.
Alright. How do you think this is connected to the Union?
We didn't find anything conclusive linking them to the smuggling operation. But somehow, I doubt that Everard Clare would be oblivious to something like this happening right under his nose. My suggestion is, we use it against the Union in any way we can, to our own ends. It's a slippery hill, but we just might be able to pin them down, indirectly, down the road.
Okay, debrief over.
Debrief over, after you.
Alright, well, I guess it's back. It's back to our rep. Back to the rep. Let's see if she can help. Alright. Joyce's info on the lynching, the jam mystery, exploring the Warlings, secret messages. Oh, right. We do have, I forgot, with our tools, we can maybe try with our tools to, like, break down the door or something like that. Yeah, we can try that with more things now. I mean, we could even check the bookstore, but I think I'm good. Let's just head back. Let's talk to Joyce. See if she has any info. It is getting late, though, so I'm getting kind of scared of us being able to pay for our room with $5. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, not gonna lie.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Alright. I spoke with the lower man at the roundabout.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Where exactly are these eyes located?
It doesn't really matter. And I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this. In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
She's trying to conceal her excitement, but the slight glimmer in her green eyes tells you otherwise. The lieutenant is about to interject. Cut him off. This decision should be yours.
Let the lieutenant handle it.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I'm sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn.
True.
I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
How are the lynching and the strikes connected?
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
A momentary lapse of faith?
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
I see.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
What then?
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now?
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
Yeah. You've made a mess here. I have to say, this is not disco.
It is very far from disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put,
Just grabs hold of a mainsail.
if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
They would have to project strength and power.
The Debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty. These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all. As I said, a bloodbath.
I can't see it happen. Too many things would have to go wrong first. Isn't this pretty bleak scenario you're describing? I think the confrontation is inevitable. First one, I can't see it happen.
Too many things have already gone wrong.
Ugh.
Nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia.
Okay.
All we can do is keep that which is not from following suit. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
Alright. What can you tell me about Krennel?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell.
Down a deep, black well.
They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Okay, anything else you got on them?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
She thinks.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP now?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Krennel.
Could you contact the company and tell them to call them off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
Okay. You said the deceased assaulted a woman.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Who did the passing on then?
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
What did these teenagers by the canal said?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
Okay. Alright.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
True.
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
And who was this woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
You meet her soon enough, you feel.
Okay. This Colonel, The one who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive, yes. But I did not know him.
You don't know how you know. It's not written on her face, nor in her voice, but she had sympathy for this man.
You liked him?
Liked is a bit strong. He was the most charismatic among them. He handled all the talking. His departure left a major gap in the group's communication skills.
His name was...
Lely. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
This Lily, anything else? Nationality, how old would you say he was?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
Right.
Indeed, this matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
Okay. Where are the remaining 2 mercs now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Alright.
Vigilantes. You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority
This is true.
in Revachol.
We still need to know where they are. We'll confront them directly. Okay, we'll still clear for them a moment. Probably the last one, but it's like, we still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Okay, we'll still clear for the moment.
That's wise. Our goal is to avert catastrophe. Besides, you're likely to encounter them sooner or later.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
Makes sense. There's a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay.
5 days, not more. Maybe sooner.
5 days.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
That's enough for now.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Now, can you tell me about these tattoos?
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
She reaches over the guardware and takes the photo, holds it in her hand.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a trigette not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Stay quiet, observe the woman's expression.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface. She has no excess of emotions for this cadaver. Has she seen dead bodies before? It's likely.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
She points to one on the photo paper.
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like blooms in a pattern?
Close. Port cities. This is an Oranese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
What is the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
Where is he now?
He said west. This is going nowhere but the morgue. I've spoken to him. For now, the soul is fastened inside his corpse. This one has flown quite far by now. Nowhere. There is no soul. Alright. Has flown quite far by now.
I would say he's near the Arcade Islands by now. Ready to exit the Insulindian and into the Pale. If I've read his home address correctly.
What travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oranese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this.
She points to his heart. What's that?
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Somewhere in an office lit by a single green desk lamp, Captain Ptolemaeus Price, 58, bald and bespectacled, is writing in a ledger on his desk. Rows and rows of days and weeks, laconic remarks in a single column. Patrol, case, vacation, injured. In Martinez looking into Krenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside, there is a siren. Distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter.
This man's no brother of mine, but this is his service history.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
Yeah. A little life story, a little history of where you've been. You know, what you've done. Who can tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
That's all for the tattoos. Thank you for your help.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Oh, I think that's it for now. Well, we leveled up. I still don't know if there's anything we want to grab, though. So I think we're holding off there. We got the victim's tattoos. We could go explore the whirling secret passage. Find a way into the secret passage. Smoker on the balcony. Ask around for the apartment number. Pay for damages. Victim's tattoos. Ask around about the tattoo's possible meaning. You have no idea where you are. Lena encourage you to ask others to explain the world to you in greater detail. Perhaps try a rich person. Rich people are educated. Okay, so her.
You're back. Good.
You seem smart.
What can I help you with?
I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality we're in.
This reality?
It's related to that medical episode. I have trouble remembering even the most basic terms of reality.
Ah, yes. The episode. Sounds like an acute case of encephalopathy, now that I think of it.
She put down her thermocouple and looks at you.
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all of reality.
We may be here a while then. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can.
All right, you're in. Begin with the first one. You'll appear worldly.
Reach for something fundamental. Okay, so after we ask some questions, probably try this. Alright, where are we?
We're in Martinez, baby.
And what is Martinez?
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour. North of the 881 and Jamrock.
I don't like this because this is going to eat away time, but it is what it is.
You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Okay. What is this sea? Okay, that's Martinez. What's Revachel? Tell me about another, perhaps even more fundamental aspect of reality. Sure.
I would be happy to. What is a preposterously expensive education for, if not sharing?
True. Yeah, I gotta bump this up. Reach for something fundamental. Okay.
We're in Martinez.
All right.
Martinez is a
let
you would be
me
excused
click
for not
on-
knowing about it. Unimportant, they say.
You mentioned the sea. What is the sea?
It's not really a sea. It's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean.
You're near the ocean?
Yes. We're on an island in an ocean. The world's largest body of water. The Insulindic.
Vast, lukewarm, and unknowable, flowing in and out of sight.
All right. Okay. What's the name of that island?
Caillou, as you already know.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine a pebble. A smoothed over pebble amidst a great blue sea. Misshapen, cracked.
What's blue?
The cracks are the river Esperance. We're in the delta of this river on the 6th branch. The Martinez distributary.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her.
Okay. That's Martinez. What's Revachel?
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city.
What kind of city is Revachel?
The great kind.
As if it's self-explanatory, beyond patriotism, a fact.
What makes Revachel great?
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries.
Okay, who built this city?
The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine and Ile Marat, depending on your creed.
Okay. And why will it resolve history?
They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest. By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men.
Why here?
We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue. It's where the money is.
Okay. So we're in an unimportant part of an important place. So we're pretty much at the center of the world. So we're on the periphery, basically nobody? Yeah.
Speak for yourself, officer. I'm well known in certain parts. As to the place, you're right. We are.
She points across the water where the skyscrapers are.
A sparkle of lights on the horizon, like evening stars above the curvature of the planet.
22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
Look to the sea.
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There is no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it.
I don't know any of this. Say nothing.
We are where we are. I have no truer answer to give, unfortunately.
Just watch you closely as you scan the horizon.
This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
This has been informative. Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure my memory-impaired partner has many more questions to ask, about even more fundamental aspects of reality. Might
Thanks,
I
Kim.
suggest not asking them all right now? Monsieur will be here later too, and tomorrow.
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
You're right, Lieutenant. I'll continue later.
It's better not to eat all your candy at once.
True.
Indeed. I'm always at your service.
It didn't get better. That's all for now.
Glad to have been of assistance.
All right, let's leave. We got a new one. This one says Demise View. Okay, it only has 3 hours, 25 minutes. Cool. Revachel Special Administrative Region Lake Kau, the Ocean Coalition Government, missions, command, name after name after, and none of them is familiar. They seem real, but something's wrong. You feel like a kid looking at stickers on the fridge. World Games 34, you can almost see your hands reaching out for them. Scratch at the corners, see if they peel loose. This feels like the most important of all the thoughts, the one you truly must complete. Well, I would like to. This is almost done. It's going to take 22 minutes. I mean, we could forget some of these, but I don't know, man. Maybe we just wait. Alright, we'll wait a bit. I don't know if I want to waste a research point on it. Yeah, the problem that the fact that we're running out of time is scaring me a bunch. Scaring me a bunch. Oh, okay, right up here. Man from Heimdall, Tommy Lay Home. I could read these? Is that what it's saying? I don't know, man. Okay, what are we trying to do now? It's getting late. I don't know how we're gonna pay for damages. Not gonna lie, I'm really worried about that. What did we get from the update? Track down your badges. Who made the report? Unit box. Some unruly unit men gather in the mess hall of the wilderness. They're not there today, but likely they'll eventually show up. Keep an eye out for them. Okay, we can head back. We could also check the whirling passage while we're there. Maybe we can open up the door, and that might help us. You know, maybe with one of our tools. I doubt it, but you know, you never know. Oh boy. And then we could also investigate the apartments. Or we can go down south. That's always an option. Okay, I see nobody new. Nobody new. Cool, love that. It's great for us. Where's the cook? Alright, now I'm ready to get into the store.
You see a heavy steel door.
Touch the door.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough.
Are you kidding me? Really? Nothing? Buy tooled up. What's the point of tooling up if you can't? Alright. Since we have time, I could always go upstairs. Can't hurt, right? Just in case. I'm keeping my eye out. Anyone? Okay. Wait, why can't I get in here? Am I locked out? I might be just locked out because I haven't paid. Oh no, it makes sense. It is late. 2140. Let's go talk to Gart about the money.
Can I help you?
I saw another thing at the whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh yes, that door. Sure. There's nothing mysterious about it.
Do you know what's behind it?
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you would like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
Alright.
Yes? Can I help you?
So about the money.
Yes. Have you got it? Yes?
Oh, brother. Alright. I wonder if there's anything new now with interacting with it. I guess that was with the old save, is we interact with that door. My bad.
You see a heavy...
Really? Nothing? Okay. It said storage house is free, so maybe if we check the free, maybe there's something in there. Maybe. Who knows? Dude, if I can get a bag, we just start putting cans in for money.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
Does Fruit have a warehouse in the back of the Whirling Rags?
A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
This is important.
She scrunches up her face into an expression of consummate adolescent skepticism.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
Can you tell me anything about this? Oh, reality? Oh, no. I didn't update anything? I didn't wait into the secret passage. That didn't help. Alright. Fair enough. Fair enough. Nothing new is gonna happen here, right? For this guy?
Right to work!
What is this, right?
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together and decide to block honest work for other people.
Shifts uncomfortably in his workers' overalls. What do the strikers want?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
When the man moves around, you perceive some serious abs underneath his tight-fitting shirt. This man is in shape. There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Ill-fitting, what does that mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
You're wearing new clothes?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his.
Mm-hmm.
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
I'm just gonna leave it for now, only because, well, yeah, I just realized we still have our white tank top on. That's why. Whoopsies. Let's put some regular shirts on. It might come in handy. It might not. Maybe it won't matter, but just in case. Okay, I gotta ask, where exactly are you from?
What's it to you?
Deep-set suspicion drips from every syllable. Curiosity is going to figure out this strike miss. Routine part of the investigation. I thought you looked real familiar for a second there.
No, don't think we've met before. I came to help out the people.
Already got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
Sweet, I know bars. Been thrown out from several. Maybe that's why you seem familiar. I don't really drink, but work has taken me to some. Which one was it? A bouncer where? I freaking a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Never heard of it. Are you lying? Not right now, but I might have been there. I don't really remember things well.
Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
That's it?
When a bunch of beats me.
There's something odd.
We gotta do all this
His
again.
shirt is far too small.
You're wearing new
and
clothes.
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his.
Okay, I gotta ask where you from.
What's it to you?
Curiosity, going to figure out this strike mess.
Big mess, caused by union greed. But I only fight for the rights of people.
Makes sense, I guess. Never mind, not gonna pry.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together.
I don't really drink, but
eminent
work
domain.
has taken me some. Which
Jamrock.
one was
Worked
it?
at Territorial.
Never heard of it. Are you lying?
We're done here. I have a strike to break.
He squints at you. A little spark of violence gutters in his eyes. Then he blinks and turns to his men.
Right to work! Right to work!
I wasn't done
Sure,
asking
boss.
questions.
Things are busy enough. You're going to waste less of my time?
We'll see.
The hulking man oozes stark skepticism.
What's it to you?
Routine part of the
Am I a
investigation.
suspect? Done no crimes. I only fight for the rights of people. We're all
Background.
workers, right?
Sweet, I know bars.
Worked at Territorial.
Yeah, I think I've been there.
Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
Alright. Okay. I feel like that did a whole lot of nothing for us, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest, that felt like that did a whole lot of nothing. How about Manana? Maybe Manana knows something. Come on, Tomorrow. What do you got for me?
So, how'd you
Or
like
apple?
the harbor?
Manana soul. Apple juice. Manana. Call me Manana. Tomorrow. So he stares at you with the hazy eyes. How do you like the harbor? No. Labor Utopia. Was nice enough.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains. Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Any idea who killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
The harbor is a prime area of suspicion, in your opinion. Are the dark words involved in its killing?
What a thought. Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Pushed how?
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
Hold up. What does that mean?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Did you kill him?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. We technically haven't done down south, right? On the save file, so maybe we can go down south, do some stuff there. Maybe, because, like, isn't that where we live? Am I crazy? Can't remember. Is that where we live?
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
We have a lot of stuff, huh? Alright. Main hall, building A.
Off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid game.
Sorry, I was just trying random doorbells. I didn't have anything important.
Please don't do that.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead.
Fabrone's taxi. The rest has been burned off. The Whirling in Rags, Revachel Ice City, Subseal, empty card.
This button looks new, but Someone has removed the name card.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Okay. Boxing for young athletes and gyms.
All you hear is static, but no one answers the call.
Anjo Orlando Hare, SCA.
You ring the doorbell, but no one answers.
24th window.
You ring the doorbell, but nothing happens.
Emma's Fashion.
You wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call box is silence.
Pepperoni's
No
Taxi.
one answers. Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter.
Slipstream.
You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver, but isn't saying anything. You can almost hear them breathe.
Hello, is there anyone there?
Yes, hello. This is Tracy Peniel Electric.
This is a woman's voice crackling and fragile through the static.
Have you come to place an order?
I thought I was calling Slipstream SEA.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
Sorry.
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice.
It's a woman, and she knows you. Your heart beats faster. No, something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
Stand up straighter. Yeah, it's me. Here I am again, crawling back to your left. Who are you? Where are you? Do we know each other?
Michelle, just please.
She stops, and you can hear her breathing heavily. Her breath is stored by ancient
Sounds like a ghost. Wind blows through your clothes, and you feel detached from your surroundings. Inside the building, a cold memory hangs.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Hold on. Tell me what's going on. What did I do? Of course, Michelle. My name's Michelle.
Ever since I came to live here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget.
Forget about what?
She sounds like she's... The cold is deep under your skin, as if you were talking to someone who's 100 years away. Somewhere inside the building, water is flooding the cellar floor.
Hello?
She doesn't answer.
You still there?
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves.
All right, goodbye then.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read.
I don't understand.
Silence. No
Commercial
one's
I
home.
City.
Silence.
Main
one
hall
answers
building
the
whirling
doorbell.
rags.
Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell.
East Delta
They
Pinball.
don't. Silence. No one answers your call.
Alright, we can go back to that. I have no clue.
Rigorous self-critique. Here it is. Hard facts from the man you are. You once jerked off in the locker room and were caught. You held a young woman by the arm and kept her in your apartment for 20 minutes against her will. That's right. These are not flights of fancy. These are real deeds, Harry, emerging from the darkness of your past. You tried shooting a fleeing suspect in the foot, but hit him in the pelvis, crippling him for life. And, above all, you let life defeat you. All the gifts your parents gave you, all the love and patience of your friends, you drowned in a neurotoxin. You let misery win, and it will keep on winning till you die, or overcome it.
Jeez. Bonuses. Int and Psych red check failures heal +1 morale. FYS and Motor red check failures heal 1. And Learning cap for pain threshold raised to 6. Okay. Not my favorite thing. Honestly, I might forget it. I guess it just would take time to learn it again. But I don't really care about those checks as much. Like, I'd rather learn this, I think, than rigorous self-critique. So, let's forget that. Forget the stop for 1 point? Ooh. I didn't realize we got points for it. Yeah, let's start learning this. We don't have a point? Or did it cost a point to get rid of it? It might have cost a point to remove it. Oh, gosh. Okay, Kim wants to talk. What's up, Kim?
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
I haven't paid the cafeteria manager for the damages yet.
You should take care of that, then.
But I don't have the money.
Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street. We'll figure something out.
Good call, Kim.
Though he finds this situation frustrating, he is doing his best to not make you feel any worse than you already do.
Thanks, Kim. Wait, I was gonna check this door, though. I think it's locked, right? Yeah. Alright. Yo, guard!
Can I help you?
So about the money I owe.
Yes. Have you got it?
I was wondering if we could come to some sort of arrangement for tonight.
Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
I'll pay you back tomorrow. I'm an honest cop. Come on, man. After everything I've been through, Kim is about to say something. Let him. Yeah.
I understand your predicament as the manager. However,
you adjust his glasses?
I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and...
He stops mid-sentence.
He shrinks back a bit under the lieutenant's severe gaze.
I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment.
Hold on. I still have my key, you know.
Good luck trying to use it.
He taps his foot against a metal box installed in the back of the corner.
All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock.
Alright. I'll find a way and I'll break it. This conversation isn't going anywhere,
Not until you bring me the money.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
I really didn't want to resort to this. The man is thinking.
Oh, Lieutenant. We're done here.
Alright, Kim. What is it you got for us? See, it's like the other thing is like, oh, I'm an honest cop. I can pay tomorrow. It's like, I don't know if I'm going to get enough money for tomorrow. I'm going to be honest. Like, I tried everything to get it for today, and then I bought that book. I'd have like $14 right now. That's not even enough.
You see a set of steering levers, a radio mic.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transport enclosure? Regular people just call it the cage.
Looking in the suspect transport enclosure.
The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
What are those?
They are spinner hubcaps. Frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them, it's just for vanity.
A vanity he wouldn't mind.
What do you mean you confiscated them?
A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high.
So you took his spinners?
Mm-hmm. I took them and arrested him for driving under the influence.
Look at him, isn't that corruption? Look at the spinners. I get it. I would have confiscated them too. They're memorizing. Look at Kim. Isn't that corruption?
I don't know. Is it? I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them.
Okay. Did you want to put these spinners on your machine? You said something about a pawn shop.
Yes, there's one 100 meters south of here. I think it's called Roy's Nest or something. If I'm not mistaken, it should be open late.
Items that can be pawned at Bird's Nest Roy's appear in your inventory under the Items tab. You can pawn these items when talking to Roy.
Alright, cool. Thanks. I appreciate your help.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
Thanks, Kim. I appreciate it. Let's go find that pawn shop. I actually have no clue where it's at. He said it's south. I don't know, man. Is this it? Roy's Pawn Shop. Fast cash for faster times. I could have come here sooner. Whoa, what a fancy place. Okay, maybe we can find some gnome chucks. Some kind of machine and antique cash register. Okay. A bust of a woman. The plaque simply says DEI. In the dark, a film projector is whirling away. Mostly made to wear with a few more eccentric fashions thrown in. Okay, we got a bunch of stuff. Let's just talk to the guy, though.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
The man at the counter turns to you slowly.
What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting you.
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately, RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection, I see. I may have something to add. Look around, typical of deals. Honestly, I think some of your selections are pressy for your lips, more tasteful than others. The business plan is all over the place. You should specialize, zoom in, capitalize. Quite a collection. I may have something to add to it.
It keeps me entertained.
His attention is drawn once more to the play of light and shadow on the wall behind you.
Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what?
There's something I'd like to sell.
We'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump-a-mesque banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
Dang!
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
The lieutenant explains as the pawnbroker opens the register and counts the cash.
Of course. I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
Thank you.
He takes the cash and then turns
Here's the 130 real you need.
Thank you.
Do not waste it.
The windfall is a small consolation.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I have a fascinating photo of a corpse here. I'll check my pockets to access my pawn menu.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Postcard, yep. Pawn that off. Postcard, pawn that off. The green pen? But the last lady gave it to it. Yeah, we're pawning it. Handkerchief? Sorry. Alright. Cool.
Another time, perhaps.
Is Roy high? And if yes, then what is he on?
Okay. He definitely is high. Whatever it is, you've probably done it. And many other things besides. But you can't cut through the jumble of sensations. A guarded man like him wouldn't tell you if you asked out loud.
You might be able to aid our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
You know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business.
The
Alright,
pawnbroker's
that's all.
gaze is already fixed.
By the way,
on
do you
dancing
happen
colours.
any guns like one carried by a cop?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
I pawned my own gun.
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another.
Wait, I sold you my gun?
We've came here too. That just sounded really, really bad.
He already knows it's been
You
bad.
were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's trying to spare you.
Okay, he probably has a good reason for that. Drop the matter. I feel like there's something you're not telling me.
You weren't quiet yourself, officer.
What was I like?
You were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life and that you can't trust yourself with it tonight. And that you need the money.
Suicide. And then also drinking money.
When I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and sort of sucked on it. Then I agreed to take it.
Oh, no. Oh, happened to the best of those. Oh, jeez. I really should have. Jake! I'm sorry you had to see me in that state. We don't have to talk about it any further.
No apologies necessary, officer.
Except for the person who bought it. Was the buyer a policeman too?
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her.
QNS?
Truth be told, she was terrifying.
QNS?
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
She one of my rabid fans. Maybe she's a vigilante. Wants to no. I don't like it either. But she intends to commit a crime and blame it on a citizen. I'm sorry. I sold my gun. Third one.
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force. We have to find her.
Any idea where I can find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it right now. You'll just have to hope Everard wasn't lying, and the Union can track her down in time.
Have people from Everett Clare's Union come here to track the gun?
Maybe. Shady-looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it. They went their way. It was a trip, but you know. Also,
maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
Okay. At least now I know how I lost my sidearm. Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
Alright. I want to ask about my missing gun again. I have other business. Well, that sucked. That was not ideal, I'll tell you that much. What is this yellow?
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah. The print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Heimdall burning.
That's a rad man from Heimdall t-shirt you got there.
Hell yeah, man. I don't usually carry printed tees, but this one was just pure exemplar.
You must be a serious man from Heimdall fan then.
A fan? No, I wouldn't go that far. But I do think the Heimdall man saga is an integral part of our shared reality.
Jeez.
Most people don't think that the man from Yelmdale really existed.
He really
But
does.
they're wrong.
Okay. What do you mean he was real?
I mean, even if the man from Yelmdale didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so.
Okay.
He sounds
You
ridiculous.
sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Yelmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky.
Very, very unique energies indeed. Geomagnetic ley lines, one might even say.
All right. How much are you selling the T-shirt
2
for?
real.
That's dirt cheap.
Couldn't you just give it to me for free? Cool. I'll think about it.
You should.
Yeah, I'll buy it for 2 real. I have that.
Welcome to
Barely.
Yelmdal, officer.
I love that. I love that so much. Let me take a +1 physical instruments, +1 shivers, -2 to authority. It does hurt our cred a bit, which is kind of odd, you would think. Look at this shirt. Oh, perfect. Yeah, let's rock that for a bit. That seems about right.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
All right. I would like to investigate more, but I think we got places to be. We gotta get out of here, man. We badly need to get out of here. Well, I can finally pay for my thing, right? Finally pay for my room. I'm curious about who has my gun. Again, my first thought is Q and S. I'm not gonna lie, but maybe we save it for the next day, right? Because the only time problem we had was literally just our gun, our payment for our place. But now that we have the money,
Can I help you?
it's about the money I owe.
Yes.
I have
you
your
got-
money.
Well,
Here's 130 royal. Slam the bills down on the counter. I hope you choke on it. Oh my goodness. Here it is. Sorry for the trouble.
great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow.
He's not sorry about his behavior for your sake. Now that you have money, he really wants to make sure you're not angry with him.
The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything
Darn.
else I can do for you?
I saw another thing at the whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
Oh, never mind.
Yes.
Well, alright. I think it's time to end day 1 of our investigation. It's time to end it. Good night. Good night, Kim. I hope you have a good night. Sweet dreams. Sweet dreams, Kim.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Good night,
Just
Lieutenant.
a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Alright, let's go.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
He lights a cigarette. I didn't know you smoked, Kim.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
Okay, calm down. I think I might want to pick up smoking. Do you have any other? How did you get so cool, Kim? Right there in the debrief.
Yes, it's been a long and eventful day.
Alright. How do you think today went?
Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it. Our inspection could have been more thorough, as it always can, but we have some leads we can follow up on.
This is true.
In addition, we got that body down from the tree, and we performed the field autopsy on the victim. We found some things we can really work with.
True. We did bring it down.
I still feel like we missed something. But maybe the boys in processing will surprise us.
Hopefully.
We still have work to do at the crime scene. Now, as for interviews, my list of people to talk to here in Martinez,
Alright. Yeah, we still got interviews. We got that important to do it. That's my fault. Unlike most cops, I understand how important communication is in our line of work. The initial interviews, yes, well, we talked to some people. I wish we didn't have to do any of the interviews. People are treacherous. Communication.
Very important indeed. Well, we conducted an interview with Everard Claire.
We did.
He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information.
I'm sure I can get him to tell us more. He's a tough cookie, that one. I'm a little intimidated by him, honestly. He has stuff on me.
Well, we will have to work through that. Claire also helped you, how should I say, remember your name? That's a relief.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Big relief. It's a very serviceable name, too. I want a different name. One I haven't ruined yet.
You can look into the process of changing your name after we finish this investigation.
Okay, so the Du Bois is my name. Got it.
Kim must have had doubts about his name at some point too, but deliberately discarded them.
Have you ever wanted to change your name, Kim?
Change? No, not exactly. But I think all of us at some point imagine what our lives might have been had we been something else. And then we feel trapped by the names we've been given as symbols of the intentions and expectations of others. Even if I were to change my name now, upon hearing any syllable that sounds like Kim in the street, I turn to see who was calling me.
True.
But let's talk about Joyce Messier for a moment.
Now that's a cool lady with a cool name. I don't like her name or her front, or for that matter. We interviewed her and learned a lot. Now that's a cool lady with a cool name.
I have a feeling that she knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us.
Mm-hmm. He frowns.
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Prison 41 practice?
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
I don't like to waste time, you know. My mind moves fast, the rest has to try. I'm training for a long distance run. I want to raise money for charity. Yeah, that's just how we roll in the Precinct 41. I don't know why I do things I do with Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I don't like to waste time, you know. My mind moves fast. The rest has to try to keep up.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those heels.
He nods slightly, tapping your finger.
Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
Thank you. Snakes heel shoes and smile. Imagine if I only had one shoe. What would happen if we had one shoe and my other shoe's right there? So what exactly are our powers exactly? The RCM?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse?
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
Okay, what else?
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station cold sleep. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
Wait, how can you be sure the arrestees will show up?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
Okay.
When power calls you, you come. But power itself is a fragile trick of perception.
True. I see. And if someone resists?
We are permitted to use whatever force we deem necessary, even lethal.
Wait, so if I kill someone while on duty...
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary
to
use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness.
Makes sense.
Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly. by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
Have you ever killed anyone? Have I killed anyone? Oh gosh. What happened to the people who convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
He taps on his coat pocket, where he keeps his notes. And who makes all these rules?
The coalition government, and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less.
Gazes absently fixed on the window below that just went dark.
Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Say nothing.
Silence. A great comment to such a conundrum.
True. The Moral Intern, what is it?
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
If I didn't know, how would you describe them?
They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
Okay. What do you think of them?
The Moral Intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
It is more than that. There's some kind of affection in him.
You like the Moral Intern?
Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself a moralist. A blue forget-me-not, a piece of the sky. They're not all that bad. But the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now. No, I believe in the RCM. That's enough for me.
Okay. I have an opinion on the Moral Intern.
Do you?
Things are bad out there. Point to the sea. We need them here, giving us the right to police Revachol. They've done an awful job here. Have you seen this place? Things are bad. We're stooges of the world's biggest burglaries organization protecting burglaries. Mutter silently. Immigrants, liberals. Men are turning into women. Okay. It's like I thought, I don't have an opinion. Forget about it. It's kind of honestly more than that one still. I don't know, man. They've done an awful job here. It's pretty bad, but I don't know. I truly don't know the full story. Still. So it's I really don't have an opinion.
My kind of police officer.
Then looks around the roundabout.
The lights of the orphan district are reflected in his glasses. The red and golden orbs of the motorway sliding like pearls on a string from east to west as Revachol commutes back to the suburbs. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Monday is over.
Say nothing, just looking into the night.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in Jamrock, in the GRIH.
Why are they like this?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the union, to the company.
That's what I'm
Not
saying.
daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our two precincts.
And in Jamrock and the GRIH?
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land.
He looks at the dark silhouette of the exquisite monument cutting into the night sky.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
Night. Captain Bartholomew Price steps into the yard. A piebald horse waits by the motor carriage, chewing oats out of an oat bag. Seagulls fly overhead. The sky is black. Captain Price wears a black suit and a standard patrol coat. As he mounts the horse to head home, Rows of houses on either side, hunching over the sidewalks, and Precinct 41 with its dome roof growing distant. Around him, the streets are silent. A kid on the corner waves at the captain as he takes the turn on Petition and Main. The horse neighs. The captain nods back. Thanks, kid, he thinks. He's grateful.
I hope our investigation will help improve the situation here. At least do some good.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
Doesn't
He
have
is
to be.
very tired, but the dark circles under his eyes make him look younger, not older.
Thank you for this.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Puts out the stub of his cigarette and looks at the door. Very well. Okay. And with that, we're gonna end it off. We're gonna end it off there. I'm gonna save the game real quick before I forget. And we're gonna call it. I think I'm enjoying this game a lot. I mean, definitely the short-term time frame was like scary. You know, of like making it time to be able to pay our bill. And Kim coming in with the clutch play of us not being able to afford it, obviously. That was great. But I'm excited to play more of this game and see where else it goes, how long it goes in a sense, you know, how many days. It does seem like we have about like 5 days for like until shooting are gonna happen, and like, you know, I'm interested to see what choices we decide to make and where we need to go, because it's like, you know, I think having our gun is important, but at the same time, I don't want to help Everett with whatever job he's wanting. Like, we already have clarified that he's corrupt, so it's like, this is probably not a good idea. Maybe we look around more, figure some other stuff out. But it's been interesting. A very, very political game, a very moral game. I love it a lot. I've been enjoying this so much. You know, I like the vibe of the game. It's very themey. And I think they've done a great job of it, and I'm enjoying to play more. Like, we still have our lead with the apartments to go in there and actually investigate that a lot. There's still a little bit more down south we need to deal with. We finally have money so that we can buy that windbreaker if we want. Probably won't, but it's what it is. I'm enjoying this game a lot. So we'll be back here not tomorrow, but day after tomorrow, Saturday, we'll be back to stream more of this game. I'm pumped. I'm excited to make more journeys in day 2. But that's it for today. Jesus loves you. I love you guys too. Shalom.